Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. So today I'm here with my June's bullet journal setup. I love June. It's my birth month, and obviously the times are dark. Life is more stressful than usual for everyone, and I wanted this theme to be a little bit of an escape, a little bit something that rings home, something that I would want to come back to every day. And I asked for some suggestions, and I'll pop the one that suggested I think it was sunflowers and bees together, but it was basically, I decided to do sunflowers and bees. Bees because my granddad was a beekeeper and bees are very close to my heart, and sunflowers because that was the only flower that I grew in my mother's garden. And I'm just really homesick basically. But it's not a sad thing, it's a nice thing. It's a kind of, when I see those two things, I feel warm and fuzzy inside, and I think that is what I needed. And it's my birth month. I am a Gemini baby. I continue with Constellation page, so that's gonna be there. Let me know if you're a Gemini, maybe we share a birthday. I think this might be one of my favorite themes, even though at first I thought it would be very not like me because it doesn't have like a lot of stars and space stuff or like witchy vibes. I ended up really loving it, really loving it. Okay, bear with me. Just before we start, I want to quickly thank today's sponsor, who is Skillshare. If you are unaware, Skillshare is an amazing online learning community where creative people come together and share their knowledge. It is filled with classes on literally every topic that you can think of. Pretty much nothing is too niche. There's business, there's art skills, there's computer programming, and I myself actually went ahead and searched for a sunflower watercolor tutorial. So I checked a couple of classes and I picked my favorite, which was by this lady called Lerta Premto. All the classes honestly are very short. It's usually like maximum 15 minutes for each, so even if you're on a busy schedule, it seems very approachable. A lot of classes now have resources as well, that if you wanted to, you can also download their material from the resource page and then do it along with them, so it's also a practical side for the classes. Skillshare is also affordable, and the annual subscription costs under $10 per month, and it offers an unlimited access to everything and anything that is on their site. So you don't have to make a commitment if you just want to try it out. And I have a link down below in the description bar and the comment that's pinned that offers 2 months of premium access for absolutely free if you just want to check it out. So thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring yet another video, and I hope you guys will enjoy the bullet journal part. You will see me painting the said sunflower, and I found a new love for painting bumblebees. I will link most of the stuff that I use down below in the description bar as well if you want to see and check it out if you're looking for stuff to use. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop babbling, and as always, I hope you grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, anything refreshing, and just take a breather. All right, so I'm starting with my very simple page to begin with, because I've just been doing this for, I think, for the whole year, and honestly I pretty much never see them, so just a couple of bees, a few honeycomb shapes were more than enough for me, and I think I will continue forever with this. Next spread is going to be my Gemini Constellation, which I'm very excited because it's mine. So I just wet some paper, and I've decided to go for a couple of colors, although usually I would stick to 2. And I'm going to cut back and forth because actually how I filmed these, I work on my bullet journals over 2 days, and the first day is a full day, like 8 hours of watercoloring, and then the second day is the actual making of the bullet journal. So I've just simply made this and then added a moon and a star because, you know, Gemini, duality, we're all about that. And not to mention, I love that. That's my favorite things. Very celestial, and just added some random details really to just make some colors pop. And on the right side, I'm going to include a bunch, well, 30 actually, suns, because my goal for this month and what I'm mainly going to be tracking is a walk. With everything that's been going on where I live, I am allowed to go out once a day. However, I've not really been doing that because it's scary, but I want to make sure that every morning, or as often as I can, I go out there when it's quite empty and I take a little walk. So this is what I'm gonna be going for, and since there's a lot of yellow in this spread or the month, I thought it would only make sense to make it a sun, and then, you know, it's cheery to fill it in. We'll use it as motivation. Alas though, I did make one row a bit closer to the top one by mistake, but it's not actually that noticeable, so we're gonna let it slide. Okay, for the next spread, I am going to move on to my main sunflower because I had some little ones later on, but this is the big watercolor one. I practiced some petals, practiced some techniques from Skillshare, like I mentioned in the beginning, and I'm just gonna leave you with it and come back when I'm actually gonna do the spread. And I've also practiced some bees at the top there. You can see them in monochrome, and then I went on to try and draw them, or paint them rather, in color. And I think I'm obsessed. It's gonna be my new favorite thing, is just watercolor bumblebees. Okay, so now to actually use this, you can see, as per usual, I tore the page for the sunflower and one of the bees to put on the right side, and I have some parchment paper underneath it for some color and some depth, and I'm doing a little bit of honeycomb pattern, but most of it is going to be covered, so I didn't like try that hard. As I'm gonna put parchment on the top, and I kind of like it for the contrast of white on parchment and then parchment on white. And this is gonna be my monthly layout, so it's just literally just a drop down of days, and I'm gonna put my main tasks here, and that will be enough for me. Next couple of pages are going to be my extra trackers. I'm only going to be tracking 2 more things, one of which is of course reading, and another one is my curfew, because if you missed it, I am a child. I have a curfew of 9 p.m. and I'm not supposed to work past that hour, which honestly sounds easy, but it's not. So I like to track it whenever I feel like I'm kind of slipping, and I'm currently really slipping, so I think it's going to be good to have that. And I thought I will be extra cute and have a bee instead of writing B, be a reader at the top there, you'll see in a moment. And I will have some sunflowers from some different angles, kind of roughly drawn on the bottom, just to continue with the sunflower theme as well, because bees were taking over. But don't worry, I added some tiny bees at the bottom, and I just think so cute, and I keep naming them, and I'm getting attached to inanimate objects again. Send help. Very lastly, I of course have my book of the month spread. This one I wanted to keep monochrome to incorporate the monochrome bees that I've done previously. So I've glued those at the top, made a very simple square, and I had this bee stamp, and I thought it would be a good idea to use that. And I used some good old black paper for a bit of pop. And I actually really like it, and it was definitely the easiest spread to do out of all of them. Speaking of, we are at our final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know which spread you like the most. I hope you had a relaxing 15 minutes or so. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, stay kind, and stay safe. And I will see you soon with another video. Bye guys!